and we're live.
Okay, yeah. So I'm
Welcome
just sharing a
everyone.
couple of my pictures.
Yes. So welcome everyone to our session. It will be on rabbit farming. We're happy to have with us Anat Kumar, who will, despite the bad situation that's happening now in India and especially in Bangalore, where he's there. I probably told you that I have been to Bangalore 3 years ago, and it was a great experience. So it's good to
And
have
you enjoy
you.
this climate here.
Yes, I was lucky. It was a good. So we're happy that you are there with us. The experience is quite different between India and Lebanon, and
Yeah.
you were so kind to prepare a very big presentation for us. It will be great to start with you on your experience, the business model you are using in India, how you are treating with the farmers, etc. How you think we can take advantage from your experience, and eventually, how do you think you can gain from our experience, or how we can exchange experiences. So on this group, we are mainly instructors, students, agriculture engineers from Lebanon, and we are really
Okay.
glad to have you with us. The floor is yours, Mr. Anat.
Thank you so much, and it's really honor for me to be able to participate in the session. I really thank you very much, Mr. Danny, to inviting me to this and considering me as an entrepreneur and taking my experience. It's an honor for me to share my experience with you now. As you said, it's right. We can share experience between each other because my experience also will help you out, and I can learn few things from your end. Yeah, that's it's a great opportunity, learning opportunity for me as well here. Um, and I welcome everyone, and I once again thank you so much for everyone to inviting me to this group. Okay, as I said earlier, I think I spoke to you and I've told you about these things like earlier. We had a lot of issues in India about rabbit market. Here we have a lot of sentiment issues earlier, and there are small population in India where used to consume rabbit meat. There were many challenges we used to face in rabbit farming earlier, and later on step by step we try to try to learn and understand the situation, and step by step we worked on it, and we can probably say that we are such a state that we can able to bring a new revolution in the rabbit industry. uh, Hope you I don't know how the situation there, climatical situation is different comparing to India and your country. Everything is differs. Farmers and place, food, everything changes from here. There. Here, the great advantage what we have here is we can, we were able to sell rabbit live as a pet, and we were able to sell rabbit meat both in the same quantity, because we have two type of customers here. People used to love rabbit as a pet, as well as there are few customers who are who like to consume rabbit meat, irrespective of any emotions or sentiment on rabbit meat here. Like a lot of problem earlier stage, like we same as what you told me earlier. That here we didn't had any proper institute who can teach us about the farming technology, farming method or technology, or to give proper instruction on rabbit farming. And with our experience, we try to find out, we try to figure out the problems. We learned a lot by our own. The same thing happens everywhere. I see many farmers in other places. Like we used to we have a contact with contact with some of the farmers out of India. Like we have people from Sri Lanka who does a rabbit farming, and they used to they used to contact a lot with us, and they were sharing their experience like how we are doing now. um, it's quite interesting. Rabbit farming is not, we don't consider this as a risky job or something like that. It's a friendly, it's a very friendly animal. We really love to do farming in the rabbit in this and I know rabbit farming is something very different. It's a unique thing comparatively to other livestock animals. Here in my farm, I run this business from past 15 years. From past 15 years in the same industry, and have currently we are doing multiple projects on the same thing. We are doing a lot of innovations, innovations and things. We are coming up with new projects on rabbit urine, and we are also using rabbit skin, uh, fur and skin for other products. We're trying to come out with that, and these are the things going on now. But early stage, my suggestion is for new farmers who want to start the rabbit farming. Don't bother about the market. Just start the farming, learn the concept, learn how to do a farm. Try to understand the animal. Which you if you're really interested in learning the animal or the process, definitely business will not automatically you can get into the business. So initially we had a problem with market. We don't know where to sell. Who will buy the product after once it is once once we grow once it when the rabbits are grown. Once we do a huge production, we had a market problem. We feared about it. We are worried a lot about the market. One thing we understand in this situation is like never ever calculate the market, never ever worried about the market. Just if you decide people are there to buy people are there to it, you don't have to contact anyone. Once if you showcase yourself in the market that you are the farmer who reared these kind of species, definitely people will come to your doorstep to buy the product. So you don't have to worry about the market. The first point is never ever worry about the market. As we start our company, now we are we do a lot of our production capacity is about around 1 ton of rabbit meat we every month we produce. That is the biggest quantity what we do, because as per our market I'm talking about. Uh, you know earlier it is very difficult. There are a lot of problems we used to face in managing the rabbitry. You learn, it is very quite easy, but until unless you understand the concept, it's little difficult. Yep. Slowly you can pick up, start doing it. As I hope you have a you said you have agriculturists in your in a group. Might have been experienced. And if you Google, you can see a lot of videos on rabbitry. But in the same way, we have also started inquiring about the rabbitry initially. And the species what you see in the Google and the Google videos or the other countries market or thing like that, you'll never get that kind of species in your region. Here we have only couple of rabbit species available in India. I think have shared a couple of photos of that, and if you could put across, I'll just try to put the photos into this. Just give me a moment. Just, I'll just share a few photos of the species what we have now. We have around 9 breeds, in India. Out of 9 breeds, we have 8 species, eight special, particular 8 species we use only for meat purpose, and one particular breed called Angora. We use that particular breed only for wool purpose. So that is usually we do it in a northern region of India, northern region where where the climatic very cold climatic region it is. And the way we stay in southern India, where the temperature is around 28 to 30 degree centigrade. So here we cannot rear wool rabbits and all. So we just we have selected 8 species where we can do only for meat purpose. So hope we you know we process rabbit. We do farming only for meat purpose here. And And for uh, we have another breed called New Zealand White, where we do this. We maintain the species only for you know uh, uh, for animal house, for research purpose, for R&D. And other than we have the rest species only for meat purpose. Can I know, is there anyone in the group who can share what kind of breeds you have in your in your place? Hello, is there anyone who can talk to me? Because I feel this session is something, I'm the one who's speaking too long. If I speak long, I think you'll be feel bored. So I just want this to be live. Just want this situation session to be live, and I want this to be an interactive session. So if you could talk to me on the call, so that it will be good, can build a good rapport.
Yes, I don't know who wants to answer, but just a quick answer. I mean, like you were just saying, we have Angora.
Yeah, Angora
It's
rabbit. What we Okay? The Angora rabbit, we grow them only in a northern region of India. It is a very cool climatical region, so there we only in that location we were able to grow them. But where we have a farm, and most of the farmers what we have here in India is it's in the southern part where we grow rabbit only for meat purpose. Here we don't rear them for oil purpose. And here the consumption wise day by day we have started promoting our we promote ourselves and we promote rabbit meat here. There were a lot of assumption were there with the people that they were very sentimentally attached with the rabbit. Only for people used to think that rabbit is reared only for pet purpose, not for consumption. We brought them, we try to explain them what it is, and we explain them about that the meat benefits, what are the health benefits they're going to get when they consume rabbit meat. Where slowly we brought awareness in them. And later on it was quite it's not that rapidly it got increased. Slowly, step by step, people used to start consuming the rabbit meat. That's how it goes on, and that's how it got improved. And we had a good clients, like we had supermarkets who helped us a lot to promote rabbit meat here. And initially when we approached them, even they were hesitated to give us an opportunity, because they thought if they give us a chance to promote rabbit meat, the other customers, well, they might lose other customers, good customers who were attached to other meat. So when we started convincing them, they give us an opportunity where we can promote ourselves in their place. So slowly it got increased, and now the demand has gone high. And here the problem is we are not able to produce that much of rabbit, due to still farmers are not that much interested in in rabbit farming, because the awareness has to be given to the farmers, not individually, by the institution as well. It might be a private institute, or it might be a government institute. So actually, my suggestion is always, if being a farmer, don't ever work only as a farmer. You have to work as a incubation center, where you need to give a proper training for farmers on how to grow a rabbit, and you have to give them a lot of inputs. You have to create a farmers, or you have to develop entrepreneurs who have to encourage entrepreneurs to start a rabbit farming. And you have to act like an mediator to it should be like a chain of supply, that you have to supply for you should be a bridge between the farmers and the consumers. Here in India, my company and we act like a incubation center here. We provide training for farmers. It'd be like 1 day training course, or it will be like a 30 days training course. We provide them theoretical training, we provide them practical training. And also here we put We do a lot of entrepreneurship program, and we do a woman entrepreneurship program in in a farm. So slowly, I'll just share you the pictures, like how we do here. Just give me a minute. Okay, you can see this is how the process works. Everywhere this is how the farmer will work. You can say the farmer group they'll work, and whatever they grow, it will go to the distributor, like in a wholesaler, and again from that, there it will go to a retailer. From the retailer, it will go to the consumer. It's a big, chain process. So the problem here is farmer will get a very less margin, and the consumer has to pay more. Even consumer will have a will not get the proper affordable price. So this is how it works here everywhere. But we have changed it. We, being a company, we work in four corners. Like we work like a farmer where we produce, and also we help farmers to produce more stocks, and we work as a distributor where we supply in a wholesale price. And again, we work as a retail chain. We have a multiple outlets here, and we sell it for a retail chain also. And we have a e-commerce website wherein we supply directly to the end consumer also. So wherein we work in a four different corners, it will help us, reach farmers in different, it will help farmers to produce a lot of, other species as well. Like not only about I'm talking about rabbit. If you've seen all the areas, farmer will worried only about the market and the price. So wherein we we company work as an incubation center. We work in four corners. In all the areas we try to cover, and we try to promote our product, so that it will be like a win-win situation. We can give a contract basis farming for farmers to get produce, and we give them a best price. And for there are a lot of other distributors, who are new entrepreneurs who come into market, or a landless labor or landless entrepreneur who want to just buy and distribute the products. For them, we help in giving a product in a regular basis, and we help them to maintain a quality. And if you see the retail chain, retail shop, there are a lot of problem that lot of other distributors will not able to supply in a consistency manner. There is no consistency in supplying the product. Here we act as an incubation center. We give them we promise that we can give them in a regular quantity or a quality. We don't compromise in a quality or on a quantity. That is why retail chain also is going well. And if you see the consumer part, consumer, they always willing to buy a good quality product, and they're not worried about the price, but they want a quality product direct from the farmers. So that's how the trend going on. So we work as an incubation center. We directly, whatever we produce, we directly reach consumer, and we give them an affordable price. So it helps us to work in four different corners, and that makes us success to be in a market so far. And as I said earlier, to develop a farmer, we provide a lot of training sessions. We do a lot of training sessions. We meet farmers. We go to their place. We make a group. We train them. We give a certification on rabbit farming. And also we there are a lot of institutions, like private institution or agriculture based institution centers. We go there. We do try to convince the farmers to get knowledge about it, because it is not only about raising rabbit meat, rabbit for meat purpose, or to get to make them as a business. It's something like it's a rabbit. And if you see any other livelihood activities, it is a part of agriculture activity. Like these all are agriculture allied activities, as you know that which helps indirectly to a farmer to grow in different areas. We get as I told, I think if you see the practical session, we are not only giving the theoretical part. We bring farmers to our farm. We we train them how to breed the animal, how to treat the animal. If you and earlier, I've told in the beginning that we had a problem, we had an institutional problem. We didn't had a proper instructors to train us, or on the farming. It's not only in the farming part how to grow them. It is a problem. We had a problem in that disease management is the biggest uh, you know uh, uh, what we call we found it's a biggest task. It become a very big, uh, excuse me. Yep. Here, if you met any veterinary doctors or any institutional trainers, if we asked them about the disease management, they were not able to give us a proper information. So we thought we had all these things in our mind, and we don't want these to other farmers to face these kind of problems. So we brought them here. We shared everything with them, that how to treat a rabbit, what are the medications to be done. Because being a farmer, it's not that only has to depend on others. If you are a farmer, you have to be yourself, that you have to be a doctor, you have to be a butcher, you have to be a worker, you have to be a salesman, you have to be an entrepreneur, you have to be everything. So that's when you can be successful in any kind of business. So that's what we train farmers on all the areas. Like we train them on sales part, we train them on treating disease, uh, you know, uh, livelihood, animals, or livelihood program. We train them in all the areas, so that he should not depend on others. And this is other thing, that we have modified our vehicle. Earlier we had a lot of problem transporting animals from one place to another place. We were used to maintain cages, like crates and all things. We used to find very difficult, and we designed this vehicle only to transport rabbits. And if you see, I don't think that you can see these kind of vehicle anywhere in India, or have not seen these, have not seen anywhere so far. At this job, we have designed it. We want this rabbits to be, we used to transport rabbits from one place to another place. It will be a very long distance, like 1,000 kilometers or 2,000 kilometers. It has to travel from one place to another place. We have to transport it. So we designed the vehicle, and this made us to we this this vehicle made us very easy for us to transport these animals in a very in a safer, very safe path. And yeah, this is a stand system. You can see the system we have designed it, and we used to share this. We made farmers to maintain only these kind of stand system, so that it will be like their maintenance will be very easy and friendly. And you can see this thing, uh, here the pop can be collect in a tray system. And if you just see this part, the urine and other waste, part we used to collect in a bowl, or in a bucket, where we used to collect. And it is very easy for farmer to maintain a cleanliness in their farm. And the best thing is, rabbit urine has all nutrition contents, where it act like a foliar fertilizer, where you can use as a fertilizer for your for your garden, or your for your for your farm. So we train farmers to maintain this stand system, and we told them to collect it in a way where they can sell that urine to the other farmers, or they can use the urine in their own garden, where to use them as a fertilizer. And it also made our farmers to double their income. They can make income not only by selling the rabbit, or they were able to make money by selling the rabbit waste, like urine and poop. So there's another system where we have we maintained it. uh, And the biggest challenge is, like, we were not able to convince the farmer, male farmers, or to bring new entrepreneurs. It was very easy for us to bring the women entrepreneurs into this industry because they are the one who focus more on the they'll show a lot of interest on making the growing the animals. They are very much keen interested in doing farming, especially in rabbit farming. So we thought that, okay, if we bring a woman entrepreneurship and women entrepreneurs into this program, we can create some kind of big change. So that we brought some women entrepreneurs into this. We trained them, and now we have around 60 to 70 farmers in each state. They do rabbit farming by their own, and they also train other farmers, like how to breed the animal. That is the biggest what we call the strength what we have now. Due to this woman entrepreneurs, we were able to run the rabbit farming very successfully. And you can take this as an advantage of your in your country, that you can train women, can bring women entrepreneurship program. You can do a women entrepreneurship program in your area, and you can bring a lot of women entrepreneurs. You can create a woman entrepreneurs, and you can create a job opportunity for them, where the involvement of women entrepreneurs will be more into this. And also food promotions. Here I don't see the, I think you can see this is how we used to promote. These couple of areas. See, there are food festivals. Will be conducted in many areas here, and wherever the food festivals will happen, we used to participate in that event. We used to promote rabbit meat. We used to because we if we tell them about rabbit meat and their benefits, people will not understand that easily. So if you tell them to taste once, they definitely at least one part in their mind, it reaches them. So that's what we have thought, and we started promoting rabbit dishes. Like we used to cook a lot of we tried some 10 to 15 varieties of dishes, and we used to promote them. We used to give in a free of cost for few farmers, and we want them to taste it. So, and that will definitely help for farmers to know about the rabbit meat taste. So here we had a problem that all the farmers were very sentiment about rabbit because it looks very cute, and people don't want to hurt them. So they were very sentimentally emotional about the rabbit. So we change it. While we changing it, these are the ideas we brought it. We made kind of dishes. We made them to eat. We made them to feel how it is, how good it will be, like when they consume rabbit meat. So slowly we brought them you know uh, to know about rabbit meat, about the dishes and all. And these are the dishes. It's our area. What we this is how we present in a food festival. And you can see one of our chef is holding rabbit meat in his hand. It's a different kind of thing you can do. And these are a farmer group. You can see there are a couple of farmers here, and we made a group of farmers. We tell them to work together, and it is not that every time you can go and give a training or give an instruction for the farmers. So it cannot happen all the time. So the best part is you have to make a group of farmers to work in one place. So that will help you to grow your business, because by seeing one farmer in a growth, the other farmer will definitely try to do it, or definitely try to approach. Definitely, they will approach that farmer to know about it. So that is how we have to tempt the farmer by giving by creating kind of environment that if you have a group of farmers in one place, definitely that group will the numbers will get increased. So you'll never fall into a production issue at all. And let me share, a couple of other pictures. So I think, I have other photos to share. But I
Mr.
don't think, I think if I discuss, it will be like boring. You, if
Yes,
you in
Mr.
between, if you have
Anat,
any questions, you can
I
discuss with us.
exactly. This is it's not gonna be boring. I mean, thank you very much for what you just said. It's interesting, and I think some people would have some questions. So maybe we can take a couple of questions
Definitely,
before
definitely allowed to take that.
before continuing. So please, Dr. Hala.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Anat, please, you said about the meat of rabbit. When you cook
Yeah.
this, do you have any smell, original smell that you can recognize directly that it's rabbit?
No, no, definitely you will not get any kind of smell in this. It's a completely white meat, and see, I have experience with all the meats. I have consumed most of the meat because we are the exotic meat suppliers in Bangalore, and we deal with couple of meats here. So that
Okay,
is why
so
I have tasted all the meat. You will not. I'm sure that you will not find any kind of smell, or
no,
you
no,
will
I
not
mean
find any
smell
difference.
that you recognize that it's the smell, not the smell. What I mean, it's disgusting smell. I mean a smell that between a rabbit and
Specific one.
chicken, and you have the difference.
Okay.
Do you know the
No, no, no.
difference?
You want there is
And
no
you can
you will not
recognize.
find any difference. I'll tell you only the tenderness you can find in the meat. Okay, it will be like very juicy.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and it won't be that much hard. And the problem is you should serve customer with a good flesh meat. If you don't serve
Okay.
a meat, with quality flesh meat, you'll find very bony, and
Mhm.
it will be very hard. You will not get that taste in your mouth. So if you're able to serve a customer or supply a meat which had a good flesh, so definitely people will definitely approach you back and back, and they will not find any you know uh, as you asked me a specific kind of smell or taste. You never get
Okay.
that kind of thing.
So you can advise the meat, rabbit meat. You can advise it, and for people to eat it.
Definitely, you can advise. As okay, you'll get everything in Google nowadays. If you want to get a report about rabbit meat, what are the nutritional benefits you have in the rabbit meat? That is something
I understand,
it is very easy.
but I mean because in India you are more than million people, so the million people can
Exactly.
eat rabbit more than chicken or more cows. What do you? How you? How you advise
Okay.
your people? The poor people
Okay.
eat
Yeah. Yeah.
rabbit,
Sure.
or the rich people, or you understand what I mean? This.
Yeah. I understand what you. Okay. Let me tell you this. Okay. The first we had a problem here is sentimental issue. In India, we have lot of sentiments about the animal. Okay. You
Right.
can see in many videos that we have a problem with cow slaughtering here. We don't.
Yes, I
Most of
understand.
the community people will not eat cow. Most of the community people will not eat pork. Most of the community people will not eat chicken here. So we have many problem with many areas, and that here the advantage is like uh, about the rabbit meat. There is no certain community, like if you take a Muslim will not consume pork. Am I right?
Yes,
And
true.
if you see India, there are a lot of Hinduism. Okay, Hindus will not, this community people will not eat cow meat or buffalo meat,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
because they have a community problem. And
Okay.
for rabbit, we don't have that kind of issues here. There is no religious, or there is no community who can which has told not to eat rabbit. But
Oh.
there was a myth. There was a myth here going on in a Muslim community, saying that they cannot eat a grown rabbit. They can eat a wild rabbit. This was the myth going between the Muslim. There was a myth in between the Muslim community, and we tried to figure it out. We tried with we tried to discuss with many of the community people here, and that they said that it's just a myth. There is no document in their religion that like that they cannot eat rabbit meat or something like that. It's just a myth. But the problem here is it's not only the community problem. We had a problem, with a with a sentimental issues. Here in India, people know only rabbit as a pet. They don't know, rabbit is a consumable, meat product. They initially we had a lot of problem. They used to say that how cruel you guys are, how cruel you guys are, slaughtering a rabbit. It is so innocent. They used to give a lot of complaint on it. But finally, when we start promoting rabbit meat directly, and instead of promoting meat directly, we started promoting meat as a cooked product. It's instead of supplying a raw meat, we promoted as a cooked product. Like we came up with certain dishes like you see that rabbit biryani, rabbit kebab, something like that. We brought dishes and we made people to taste it. So after slowly when they consume, started consuming the rabbit meat, and it goes, it's like that's how it's spreaded everywhere. And now we don't have that kind of issues. People are much aware that they know that they can eat rabbit meat, which has rabbit meat has a lot of health benefits as well. And
Thank you.
this COVID, yeah.
Thank you for answering for the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Halra.
Anything
Thank
else?
you. Thank you, Mr. Anat. We have one more question with Miss Petra.
Hello. I wanted
Hello.
to ask which species do you think that we can start a business with, and which
Okay,
one is ideal for?
You're asking about the particular breed?
I'm asking which breed is good for starting a business, and which one is good for the Middle East and live in the Middle East.
Middle East area. Okay, let me tell you the temperature about the rabbit. It's a normal standard temperature where rabbit can survive. Okay, I'll tell you in which, I'll tell you the temperature. It depends on how you maintain the rabbit house. You have to maintain a room temperature. That will definitely help you, no matter in which location or which temperature. Outside temperature, we are not bothered about outside temperature. We are bothered only about the room temperature here. And I don't know. Can you just tell me, what is the temperature outside in a Middle East in a daytime?
Depends if we are in summer or in winter.
Any season,
like today it was like 30, 29. Then in the night it will be cooler.
Okay. Rabbit is kind of species which can control cold, which will be able to live in a cold weather, but it will not able to take too much of heat or heat atmosphere. So it's better to maintain a room temperature between 18 to 30.
Okay. And one more question. They say that rabbits attract a lot of snakes. Does it cause any problem?
Sorry, can you just repeat the question once again?
Usually they say that rabbits attract a lot of snakes. Does it do any problem with snakes in your company or not?
Snakes? You're talking about snakes?
Snake, yes. They attract the smell of the rabbit. They say that it attracts snakes.
Okay, let me tell you, no snakes will come to eat rabbit. Okay, it's just an assumption that people will think that if they have a rabbit, due to the smell, snakes will enter to the farm and it will harm the rabbits, or it may harm humans as well. But as so far we don't find any kind of such issues, because I'll tell you, we have other species. We maintain chicken, we have ducks, and we have other species like quail and turkeys and all. There are most other reptiles, like we have 2-3 different types of snakes what we have in India. Cobras we have, and we have other reptiles. So most of them will come only searching of rats, not for the rabbit. They'll come to farm to finding the rat for the rats, not to eat rabbits. So we
Okay.
don't find any problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have any other questions, Sam?
Before
Any
going
other-
further, someone was asking about the quantity of meat you are producing per month. I remember you said 1 ton, but is it per
1 ton per month. Yeah. We have a group of farmers, and we produce only 1 ton. And we have other farmers as well. They produce 100 kilos to 200 kilos in per month. They are small farmers. They do this business as a part time along with the other agriculture activities, so that they produce less quantity of rabbit meat. They grow on a contract basis. We have a contract with them. They produce the rabbit meat, means they produce rabbit. We have a buyback contract. We buy from them. So that's how it works on here. And usually, if in overall calculation, we get around 4 to 5 tons a month.
Okay. Someone was also asking about they are trying to compare with inbreeding. Whenever it's about chicken, you always have the grandparents, and then you have the parents, and then you have the small chicks that you sell to farmers. In your case, are you taking care of the breeding? You always have the main breeders, or you just let?
No. Yep. I understood the question. Okay. Initially, we had an institute here, one of the government institute. They had a quality rabbit, so we brought from them. We maintain a bloodline. Okay, and we have farmers. We have given a different species for different farmers who maintain a different bloodline. As I told you, we have a buyback contract. While bringing from them, we have a track record how they maintain and what is the parent history and all. So based on that, we do a parent. We differentiate the parent stock. And here the lot of problem we usually see in rabbit industry is inbreeding is a major issues. Okay, if you see most of the farm, they do it in the farming system will not be in a proper manner. Usually we do it in a cage system. Most of the people do a rabbit farming in a litter basis. So litter system. Okay, if you do in a litter system, you can get a major problem is an inbreeding problem. Inbreeding problem, I think you can understand. Sister, brother, kind of what we get production out of system, brother. These kind of inbreeding process will happen in a litter system. If you do it in a cage system, and if you maintain a track record, will have that will not get kind of issues here. And we maintain this regularly. That's all. We have a track record sheet. We give those track record sheet to the farmers, so they maintain a track record. We'll be having a track record so that we can differentiate which breed has which bloodline.
Okay. There are. I think Petra wants to ask a question. In the chat also there is a question. I don't know if you can read it. Someone is asking if you recommend farming crossbred. If yes, then what's more, 2 or more breeds are preferred for crossbreeding, and you have tips to make a good crossbreeding program. That was the question of Joey. Thank you, Joey.
Crossbreeding, we don't have any issues. Okay, before that, let me tell you one thing. Okay, as I told you, we have 9 different species here. Okay, in that one is Angora, which we produce only for wool. Okay, in the rest we have 8 breeds. In that one is crossbreed. We have 7 different species. One is New Zealand white, Soviet chinchilla, Russian grey giant, black giant, white giant, Dutch, and California white. These are the 7 species what we have, and we have a crossbreed. That means any of these 2 different species cross. We get a production out of any of these 2 different species. So crossbreed doesn't matter until unless you when you do for a meat purpose. Okay, if you maintaining a proper bloodline, or if you want to maintain a particular species, then okay, you have to maintain a that particular species only. Like if you see California, if you see China, or Japan, these people will maintain particular species. Like they prefer only California white. The reason is why it has a two different qualities. One is the flesh quality is good in that, and it might grow up to 7 kg body weight, and the special quality in California white is nursing. It can take their bunnies by their own. It can feed. It can do milk feeding by their own. The major problem in rabbit is some of the rabbits, 70% of the rabbit or 60% of the rabbit will not do feeding for their bunnies. We have to manually feed them by holding the parent, and we have to take the bunny, and we have to keep their we have to make them feed. So in the California white species, it is not, we won't we it is we can't find that kind of problems. It has a nursing capacity where it takes care of their own bunny. So we have different kind of qualities in different species. If you take Soviet chinchilla, or sorry, if you take white giant rabbit, white giant I'm talking about, particularly male rabbit has a very good sperm counts. If you able, when in a process of mating, if you check that particular breed, if I take any breed female, let that female will be any other breed, doe, or if I take white giant has a male rabbit, if I mate them, the production what I usually get, it will be more than that. It is due to white giant. It has that kind of capacity, that capacity where it can give it can produce more bunnies rather than the normal quantity. So this is how the different species has a different qualities. When if you maintain a crossbreed, it doesn't matter for meat purpose. So after slaughtering it, no customer will ask you for a breed. They'll ask you only for the meat. So no matter, you can select any breed, any crossbreeds, in that case.
Okay, great. I have one question from the YouTube. I will ask it to you. I received it in private. Petra raised her hand. I don't know. She loaded it again. Someone was asking. He's saying that Bangalore is also known for technology.
Exactly, it's a technology.
So
Bangalore
so do you use a lot of technology? But we didn't see much of technology in your farm. Is it
no, no. Let me
is
tell
it
you,
the
technology is only
the
for.
next step? The next step?
Yeah, see, like other countries, we are not improvising technologies for farming sector. Here, we do everything manually. See, let me tell you one thing. If you go too much technology while handling the species, you'll not understand what they are. You have to be one of them. You have to take care individually. You have to see them individually so that you can understand what they are and how they treat. Technology is only to reduce the manpower. That's all. And if you the technology is only to to reduce work, or load workload. So here we don't have that kind of problem. We are used to this, and probably, hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that in future we're going to bring technologies in rabbitry, so that definitely which will help us, because we are also finding difficult to get manpower to maintain rabbitry here nowadays.
Okay, great. Amin is asking. He says that we know that females, they ovulate when they mate. If you can read it,
No.
there is a time when the female is ready, when it has a red vagina, as he's saying. Is there any hormone or medicine to make females ready faster?
No, rabbit. I'll tell you, rabbit is only species where they can, after giving a birth, within a span of 12 hours to 20 hours, they'll be ready for next production. So it has a natural tendency that it doesn't require any kind of medicines to get that kind of nature where it has to get fast. But make sure that your rabbit is not too much fat. It has too fat content in the body, because if it gains too much of body weight, okay, if it is too overweighted, it will not help you to it will not support male to mate. So it has to maintain a normal body weight, because we have a different size structure here. If you have a giant breech, you have to maintain a female between 2 to 3 kilograms. If it is a medium, or a small, quality breech, if you have a small or medium quality species, you have to maintain a body weight around between 1.5 to 2 kg. And always female body weight should be lesser than male's body weight, so that it will help male to mate faster and make the process to go the process proper in a way. If the female is more if female body weight is more than a male body weight, then it will be difficult for male to mate it. And if you see other countries like California or China, they do insemination. They don't. Few of them will maintain a natural. They'll use rabbit in a for a natural mating process, and most of the large farms are using insemination method to do the to get the female pregnant. So you can try it. If you find it difficult, you can do manual insemination process.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. You were preparing to say something. Maybe there are no more questions. No more questions.
Okay. So my suggestion is, okay, if you have actually, I heard about Middle East. There'll be a lot of temperature too hot there, and it is difficult to maintain a species like rabbit. After discussing with you, I have gone through a couple of documents, and I've seen that it's quite difficult to maintain a rabbit in your region. That's what I heard. But according to me, as per my experience, if you maintain a proper room temperature, no matter what the temperature is outside the room, but if you maintain an inner or room temperature between 18 to 30, it's more than enough to do a rabbitry. And feeding structure, you have to maintain a proper feeding structure, and watering system has to maintain properly, and you have to maintain a well managing practice. If you do these things, definitely you can rear rabbit in any kind of condition, weather conditions. And I help you. I what I insist you, or my suggestion is, like, if you are taking your farmers to, if you are, or if you want to instruct your farmers to do a rabbit farming, it's better first you have to bring them a confidence in all the way that rabbit farming is not only about making money. It is also source, it's kind of a center that which give you a lot of other sources as well. By urine you can create a manure. You can use it as a fertilizer, and meat you can use it as one of the products, and fur, leather, you can use you can use it for multiple other products. So there are other lot of benefits you can do. I think New Zealand white will help you out in doing R&D in your area, because most of the R&D centers will approach animal houses to get this white rats and mice and white rabbits. Sorry, New Zealand rabbit, New Zealand white rabbit, because they only do experiments on these particular species. So if you rear New Zealand white breed, you can sell them for R&D centers, where they will get paid more more than the market price. It will be like double than the market price. So there are different options in rabbit farming. Either you can do only New Zealand white farming for R&D purpose, in other species for meat purpose. And if you if you have a if you're able to produce, if you're willing to do a wool production, then you can go for Angora rabbit as well. But whichever breed you select, you have to maintain a room temperature. You have to feed them a proper diet. And rabbit is it's kind of animal which likes to eat a diet food, which requires a lot of protein in that food. So if you're able to feed them, if you maintain a diet chart, and if you feed them a proper food, you'll get a good quality of production, quality of animals out of that.
Okay, great. Thank you. We'll, if you permit, we'll take a question from Petra. Then
yeah, definitely you can.
Then you can make for us like a small conclusion if you want. We can stop the streaming, and then we can continue a small discussion between each other. The ones who wants to open their videos or tell us or ask you about some specific questions, we can make it as much as you have time for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yalla, Petra.
I wanted to ask if you sell your products also to other countries other than India, Sri Lanka, or other countries, or only in India for now.
No, as of now, we are not able to fulfill our customers' requirement. We are shortage of production now. We are planning to increase a couple of farmers, and we want to fulfill the requirement what we have in a current market in India. So here we are supplying. Let me tell you that we are not supplying for other states here. We have that much of requirement in our particular state. So once we fulfill the requirements in our state, then we focus on other states. Then about the internal states in India, then we'll think about the other countries.
Okay, and do you suggest if you want to start a small business of rabbits that we start in our fields and then grow up and start a bigger business, or do you think it's better that we open like a state? I don't know what's in English exactly. A container, or I don't know, that are already that have temperature and the lighting and everything, or it's better on field.
Prefabricated, prefab.
Can you just repeat that question once again?
Do you think that it's better if you want to start a small business to start it in a prefabricated place or on field, in our field, the land that we have, and any land?
Okay, so let me tell you, because your temperature is too high in the daytime, so you cannot do in an open field. So I prefer to do it in a consolidated room or a prefabricated room or any closed area where you can maintain a room temperature. So I prefer to do that. And if your temperature is less than 30 or less than 32 or 30 degrees, then you can go ahead for an open field.
Okay, so it's better to wait until the weather gets colder a bit, and then we can start.
So it's not that you have to wait until the weather gets gets changed. You can do it. You can do it in a closed room or a closed area where you have a godown type of thing, or a room, or any kind of room where you can maintain a temperature. Either if your temperature is goes high, you have to maintain a cooler. If your temperature is if it goes lesser than 18, then you have to maintain a heater. So this is how you have to maintain it.
Yes, but
in China,
I mean for people that don't have enough budget.
Okay, so then they cannot do this in your area. According to me, what I feel is if they're affordable, then they can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So Anat will continue with you. Maybe conclude some conclusions Maybe you
I
can
think
tell
some of
us.
the chats, I have got another chat. You can read the chat. I think you got right. I'm losing
Hello, Dr.
bunnies
Danny.
at the age of...
Hey, bonsoir, Ami, كيفك?
I'm fine, thank you. I have one more question, please.
Yalla,
Just,
yes,
I'm sure.
I was seeing the chat. Yes, please.
Yeah. And I'm losing bunnies at small age, about 1 month. Usually the litter is 5 bunnies, 3 or 5 lives. I started a small quail business beside in the same room. The quail, okay. So could it be the reason, or it may be the mother?
Yeah.
Could the mother harm the small rabbits about when it's 1 month old?
Okay. All right. So my question is for you: that have you seen that any quail is harming other bunnies?
No, they are in different cages. Different cages.
All right. So you got your answer, right? It is not that reason that you are maintaining a quail in the same in a room. See, the problem here is it is not only with you that the bunny you're getting a lot of mortality, bunnies mortality, right? So it is not only with you. We also have same kind of problem here. This is because of different reasons. One first reason is it might be a food issue. If you're not able to see, let me tell you, rabbit is a species which loves only a soft food. Okay, I think let me tell you before to that, there's a difference between hare and the rabbit. Okay, in our country, hare is different and the rabbit is different. Okay, rabbit is a species which love to eat a soft food. Okay, which will not try to if you give them a hard food or something like that, the digestive system will not function like a hare. It is it is quite difficult for them to get digestion. It get to be get digested. So because of that, some kind of stomach pain. Because of that reason, it may die. Or if you put them a lot of stress, it means that if you separate them from that mother, and if you have any predators in your room, like dog or cat, anything like kind of predators in your room, because of that also there's a chance of getting mortality. A third thing is if you're not able to maintain a proper farm management system, like if you're not keeping your area clean, or if it might be a pneumonia problem or something like that, it might be get affected with some kind of diseases. So there might be reason for that also. If you find out any of the three, you can get out of this issue.
So sorry, I didn't understand what you're advising for solid or soft food for the bunnies at age of 1 month.
Soft food. I suggest you to maintain a soft food. Any greens or vegetables will do. If you give them a soft food, it will definitely survive. Or else first you need to check whether what kind of food you're providing for them, whether it's a soft food or a hard food, or how the diet, what is the nutrition content in the food. If you have a nutrition problem, it may die.
Usually, I'm afraid for greens to make diarrhea in the small rabbits. I give them greens, but
okay. Let me tell you, these are the species which lives in forest, right? They'll not live in any kind of places where human lives. So it normally lives in a area, in a forest areas or wild places. So they definitely eat grasses and other available food. So it will not affect them, but you have to provide them a proper one with the proper diet. That's all. You have to maintain a cleanliness, and please check what kind of greens you're providing for them. Or if you're giving a solid food, please check what are the ingredients or grains added to that. So based on that also, you might get mortality. So if you change the stuff, you can avoid mortality in this.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anant,
Yeah.
I'm sure there are more questions, but I'm just worried that people, whenever they will see the live, it will be quite long for them. So maybe we can make a small conclusion now.
Okay, yeah,
And
go ahead.
we stop the live stream, and then we'll continue the discussion. It's quite interesting, and I'm sure many people will have more questions. But people will not hear a recording of 2 or 3 hours, you know. So maybe 2 or 3 minutes we can just stop. We thank you for your time that you
Definitely,
that
I
you
don't
gave
have
us,
any issues with
and
that.
then
Because,
we can continue with some more discussion. Thank you.
yeah, definitely, yeah. Thank you.
So in a way, yeah. Do you? Okay, I'm thanking you for this lovely evening. Many people had questions. Between India and Lebanon, it's a long journey, many hours. But now,
Yeah,
thanks to technology, we make it shorter, and hopefully we will keep in touch related to many matters, mainly rabbits. So thank you very much,
definitely.
Mr. Yes. Huh?
You welcome, Mr. Danny. I'm always. It's glad that you contacted us, and it's my honor to give you information about rabbit farming for your people. And I think it also helps me a lot to knowing about other place, how how you people are interested in rabbit farming.
Yes, great. Thank you, and thank you also to Dimitria, who made this first connection with you. She made the research, and she was the one who found you. So thank you very
Hopefully, I
much.
think